So as we come onto our mat, let's go ahead and find that easy seated. Feel free to take yourself onto your block, prop yourself up. You're going to sit to the front edge of the block in order to let your pelvic tilt forward. So just using that as a little assist to tip those hips forward. If you're on the ground and you find you would like some more support so you have ease in the hips and your knees are up kind of high, go ahead and take the block underneath the knees just to release those hip joints. Once you've found where your easy seated pose feels best for you, take your fingertips behind your back and pull your chest up towards the sky. Now your shoulders may have gone with you, but we're going to release those in a second. I just want you to feel your abs engage and your back go nice and long and strong. From there, release your hands and go ahead and take them to your knees or even into your lap, whatever feels best for you. Then let's close our eyes. Notice do you pitch forward a little bit, your shoulders are forward of your hips. Sometimes when our eyes are closed, we become more aware of our body in this space. So if you're tipping forward, I want you to take your shoulders right over your hips, and you may feel those abs engage even more, keeping your spine nice and strong. Relax your face, the tongue, the jaw. Start to bring ease into the body in this easy seated pose. When we close our eyes, we're able to turn off that external stimuli. And it enables us to draw the awareness in. How are you feeling today? What is it that you need from the practice? And then honor that as you move through our poses. Relax your shoulders down and away from your ears. Feel the breath move through the nose. We're not trying to control anything right now. The only thing we're trying to accomplish is ease. Coming into this space and creating a stress-free, problem-free zone. We have many thoughts that like to run through the mind. So imagine each thought like a book, and you're closing those books and setting them up on a shelf, knowing that you can deal with them later. Your thoughts, your to-do list will still be there when class is over. Just take this next hour and make it for you. Let's deepen the breath by filling the body like it's a balloon. And when you exhale, you're deflating that balloon and feel the abs tighten to help push all that air out of the body. Then inhale nice and deep. Exhale, slowly press all the air out. When you inhale, see yourself as your body moves in all directions, expanding out. When you exhale, think of yourself deflating without compromising this long spine. And imagine draining all the air out of the lungs, even that stale air at the bottom of your lungs. Let's take 2 more deep, relaxing breaths like this. You can maintain these deep, relaxing breaths or return to the normal pace of your breath. But on your next exhale, slowly tip your right ear towards the shoulder. Nice long stretch, but be careful. Some of us slouch the moment we start changing positions. So keep lifting the heart to the sun. Then slowly turn your chin towards the knee. Stretch across the neck. Shoulders are soft, head is heavy. Inhale, bring the head back to center. Exhale, tip the ear to the other side. Notice what the shoulders do once you tip the head. They start to rise up. Relax them. Imagine your shoulder blades are dropping into your back pockets. And then let's slowly turn our chin towards the knee. Stretch across the neck. Some of us carry tension in our neck and shoulders. So notice how you're feeling as you're stretching. And think of each exhale as melting that tension from the muscles, like ice to water. Inhale, bring the head back to center. Exhale, let the chin release to the chest. Inhale to lift the chin. And on an exhale, change that lead leg. And you may open your eyes, they may stay closed, whatever feels best for you. But again, use those fingertips to reestablish that long, straight spine. Then release the hands back onto your lap. And then go ahead and start to move your rib cage side to side, bringing movement along the spine. Each movement, we can notice how different parts of our body are feeling. We can make adjustments for that. Let's go ahead and circle the rib cage around. So as you move that rib cage around, imagine your belly button drawing that circle. Do you want it big or small, fast or slow? This is about you. Go one more time around in this direction, and then change directions. Let's take this 2 more times around. And let's come back to center to sit tall. As you reestablish tall, inhale, circle the arms up to the sun. Exhale the hands down through the neck. Inhale, circle to the sky. Exhale down and through. One more time, sweep up to the sun. And then let your hands rest at your heart. Release the chin towards the chest. If the eyes are closed, keep them closed. If the eyes are open, softly gaze to your fingertips. This is your journey. It is not a race. All I ask is for you to see where your body takes you today. It is not about me and where I move into the poses. Your body will unfold into each pose in its own time. It takes kindness and patience, more than just one class to learn the names of the poses and where the body goes. So take your time, relax, let go, but also have fun. This month, my theme for you comes from a quote by Les Brown. We tell ourselves it is hard or it is getting hard. But we can always tell ourselves, I'm going to make it through. So be kind, be patient in mind and body, whether it is on or off the mat. We work the sound of Om this month, so take a nice big inhale. Om. Gently blink the eyes open, coming into the present, and let's go ahead and release the arms. I want you to slowly unfold the legs and take yourself into this little knee bend right here. And what we're going to do is work our abs, our powerhouse. So inhale, open the arms up nice and long, and exhale, tip off those sit bones. But if you need to hold your hamstrings to do this or take your hands behind your back, I invite you to do that. And then inhale, rise up. Squeeze your inner thighs and knees together. Keep the legs pressing in. Exhale, tip back. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, tip back. Good. We're going to do this 3 more times. Try not to round the low back. You can round the upper back and mid back, but try to keep your belly point to your spine and keep that low back supported. Now let's move into a twist. Bring your left hand over to the right. And come back to center, right hand over to the left. So when you twist, I do want you to tip back. But again, if you need a little assist, hold the hamstring. Or take your hand to the earth, assisting the twist. We're going to take 3 more sets. We have 2 more sets. Try to see if you can touch the opposite hand. Really twist across. 1 more time each side. And when you come back to center, take your hands to your hamstrings, tip back. Let's start Navasana prep. Lift the heels. And as you lift the heels, you can reach to the heels, or you can press out into Ardha Navasana, but let's hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw in. As you release, take the right leg out on a half straddle. Take the left leg down into this little knee bend. And again, if your knee is rising up in the air, take the block underneath that knee so the hip joint can relax. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, stretch over to the side. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, stretch. 2 more times. Flowing at your own pace. As you inhale to rise up, take the left hand behind your hip. If the block was underneath your knee, I need you to move it away. We're going to lift our hips off the earth. Use your left shoulder as a point for your head to relax on so our neck does not strain. Your hips don't have to lift very high, but drive into the right heel and the left leg. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, come down. 2 more times. 1 more time. And come on down. Take your hands and frame your thighs. So leave your left knee bent, keep your right leg straight, flex the foot. Now, drive into your fingertips and lift up. I want you to lift and lower this right leg for 4, without your heel slamming to the floor. Lift and lower. Lift, maybe your calf pats down, but your heel stays lifted. And let's just take a lift and hold. Here we go. Hold the heart up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. I'm sure you're glad that's over. Bounce that knee. Maybe your quad is super tight still from that. So let's go ahead and take a stretch. Inhale, rise up. Turn your belly button towards that knee. Interlace the fingers. Exhale, tip forward. Inhale, rise up. So we need that strength in our quad, and we need that strength and flexibility in our hamstring. So when we take our elephant trunk pose later, we have that power tapped into. Go ahead and stretch forward and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise up. The good news is what we do on one side, we get to do on the other, and we only have 2 legs. So switch it over to the other side. And let's start our stretches first. Again, if that knee is up in the air, we want that release of the hip. Use a block or something to support that hip. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, side stretch. Inhale, rise. Exhale, stretch. 2 more times. And on this last one, we set up for the hip raise. So when that right arm comes down, we anchor into our heel and our thigh, and we lift the hips. It doesn't have to be a high lift. Here we go. Up. And come down. Use your inhale to pull you up. And your exhale to come back down. 2 more times. 1 more. And hold here. Now, we frame the foot. This is your favorite part. I know you are anxiously awaiting to do it on this side. If you're thinking, I can't do this, I want you to see, even pushing your fingertips in and thinking about the leg lifting, and if it doesn't lift, it's okay. But just thinking about it activates the muscles. Even if you drive into your heel and you bend your knee, activating that calf. Otherwise, lift and lower without your heel slamming. Some of you may flex enough, your calf is going to touch, but your heel does not. Here we go. And your shoulders can be up or down, it doesn't matter. Here we go. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. 2 more. Last one now. Your favorite part, lift and hold. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's done. Hey. Bounce that knee if you need to. Otherwise, let's stretch. Inhale, rise up. Turn, interlace the fingers. Exhale, press out. Inhale, up to the heart. Exhale, press out. 2 more times. You never know what you're going to get when you press play, right? And let's go ahead and take the stretch forward and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise up and release. At least I'm not asking you to go into straddle and lift both legs, right? So that's not what we're doing today. Go ahead and turn sideways. I want to work bridge pose, waking up the back side of the body just a little bit more. So let's lay all the way back. Drop yourself down so you can tickle or scrape the back of your heels. This is going to give us that alignment. If our heels are too close, it may put a strain on your knees or your ankles. If your feet are too far away, same thing. So let's make sure we're in alignment. And then when you're ready, Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lower down. So inhale, press to rise, push into your shoulder blades, chin parallel to the mat. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift and hold. Pull your knees towards your toes. Pull your heels like they're going to kick your butt. So really feel those hamstrings fire up just a little bit more. And slowly release down. When you're ready, take your hamstrings towards your chest. Give a nice big hug. And rock yourself 3 times from tailbone to shoulder blade. So we come up. And we rock. Tuck your chin so you're like a ball. 2 more times. And last one. Push into a squat and make your way into Uttanasana, forward fold. Open those feet up, hip width apart. Maybe you need your blocks. Maybe your thighs or your shins become a brace for you, or your hands hang towards the earth. But I want you to look to your knees or your thighs, really let yourself hang, opening up the back of those legs. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten the back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. One more time. Halfway lift and fold. Now, I want you to take the block. If you can't reach the floor, take a block or something underneath your right arm. Hand. Bend your right knee and twist into that left arm. And then bring it down. Take a block underneath the left hand. Bend the left knee. Bring the right arm up to the sky. Take a twist. And come back down. If you don't need the blocks, you're going to place the right hand flat or on the fingertips. And you're going to, again, bend the right knee and bring that left arm up to the sky. Release. Bend the left knee. Bring the right arm up to the sky. Look to that thumb. Really rotate the left side of your heart towards that right thumb and come back into forward fold. Inhale, rise up to the sky. Exhale, hands into the heart center, gazing to those fingertips. As we make our way through our sun salutations, I want you to just focus on the breath and movement. It's not about the poses you can or cannot do. It's about linking this breath with movement. And we're working our same sun salutation we've been working all month. The one that has our 8-point press into it. So let's inhale, rise to the sky. Exhale, fold to the earth. If you're not familiar, I'll take you through it. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees for kneeling lunge and send your right knee back. When you do that, pull your heart forward and look straight ahead. Shine your heart away from your body. Release into kneeling plank, send that left knee back, chest over thumb. Exhale back to child's pose, hips towards heels. It's not about your hips touching your heels. Even if you're halfway there, it's still part of your child's pose. Then inhale forward to kneeling plank and turn your toes under. We're setting up for 8-point press. Some of you will exhale and stop and have crocodile. Others keep your bottom up in the air and send your chest and chin to the mat. So we have chest, chin, hands, knees, toes, 8-point press. As we move into cobra, release your toes. And as your hips drop down, scoop your heart through as the elbows stay bent. Cobra pose. Exhale back to child's pose. Inhale the right foot forward to kneeling lunge. So bring the right foot forward. If it's back here, help it. And then pull your heart forward. Lengthen the body. On an exhale, step into forward fold. Inhale, rise up to the sun. Exhale, hands into heart center. Inhale, rise to the sky. Exhale, fold to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift, fingers to shins, flatten the back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend knees for kneeling lunge, and now send the left knee back and shine your heart forward as you look forward. Exhale into kneeling plank, chest over thumbs. Float back to child's pose. Hips towards heels, reaching nice and long away from the body. Keep your arms nice and straight. So you can inhale forward into kneeling plank again, turn toes under. So we have 6 points touching. Now we need that 8-point press. Bend the elbows into ribs, bring the chest and chin to the mat. Scoop through to up dog or cobra. Sorry, take it to cobra. Exhale, hinge back to child's pose. Inhale, bring the left foot forward to kneeling lunge. Help the foot to the knee and ankle stack, and then shine the heart forward. Exhale, step into fold. Inhale, rise up to the sun. Exhale, hands into the heart. Again, inhale, rise to the sky. Exhale, fold to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Now, as you bend your knees, choose the right foot or knee to go back to lunge or kneeling, and then shine the heart forward. Step into plank or kneeling, chest over thumbs. Down dog or child's pose. We all move into kneeling plank. Now, if you are behind your thumbs, trying to get your chest and chin to the mat is not going to work. You got to pull your chest forward and then lower chest and chin to the mat. Scoop the heart through, up dog or cobra. Hinge back, down dog or child's pose. Decide what you need. Draw the right foot forward to lunge or kneeling. Offer the heart forward. Exhale into fold. Inhale, reverse up to the sun. Exhale, hands down into the heart. Stay connected with your breath. Rise to the sky. Fold to the earth. Halfway lift, then fold. Send the left foot or knee back to lunge or kneeling. Shine the heart forward. Step into plank or kneeling. Look forward of those fingertips, chest over thumb. Down dog or child's pose. Forward to kneeling plank. Remember, you've got to bring your chest over your thumbs. If you're behind, this 8-point press is not going to work. Elbows into the ribs, lower chest and chin. Scoop through, up dog or cobra. Hinge back, down dog or child's pose. Float that left foot forward to lunge or kneeling. Help bring that knee back over the ankle. Find that lengthening away from your tailbone. Step into fold. Rise up to the sun. Hands into heart. We're going to take this 2 more times, 1 time each side. So here we go. Rise to the sky. Fold to the earth. Halfway lift. And fold. Bend the knees to send the right foot or knee back to lunge or kneeling. Look forward, lengthen the body. Step the left foot back into plank or kneeling, chest over thumbs. Come into down dog or child's pose. Float forward into kneeling plank and release into 8-point press. Scoop to the sky, up dog or cobra. Hinge back, down dog or child's pose. Float the right foot forward to lunge or kneeling. Lengthen the body. Push through both heels. Step into fold. Rise up to the sun. Hands into heart. Last round. Rise to the sky. Fold to the earth. Halfway lift. Then fold. Send your left foot or knee back to lunge or kneeling. Lengthen. Step the right foot back to plank or kneeling. Look forward, but not with your chin. Eye gaze. Down dog or child's pose. Forward to the knees into kneeling plank and lower chest and chin 8-point press. Scoop through up dog or cobra. Hinge back. Down dog or child's pose. Step the left foot forward to lunge or kneeling. Right foot into fold. Rise up to the sun. Hands into the heart. Take a nice deep inhale here. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Take a pause and let's stretch out those wrists. So what I want you to do is take your right hand to your left and stretch back. Turn the palm to the sky, stretch back. Turn your fingers to the earth. Bring the back of your palm or hand and stretch there. And then take it to the right hand. Stretch the fingers back. Turn the fingers up, stretch them back. Turn the fingers down, stretch back. There's different ways to stretch out the wrists using the mat. Some of us can stretch here. It's just we're shaking out the hands, flicking water. So anytime you feel you need to bring a release to your wrist, go ahead and do that. But the other thing is making sure you're not pushing here. Notice how we're trying to flatten the hand. We want more of a grip. So it creates a little pocket in order to push away instead of straining by pulling the fingers back. So keep that in mind if you're feeling a lot of pressure. If you're new, you've got to build wrist strength. And that's just going to come in time. And maybe doing a little more kneeling versions of some poses will help build that strength in those wrists. So be kind, be patient. Let's all stand nice and tall. Let's move into crescent or high lunge. You're going to keep the right foot planted where it is and send the left foot back and reach the arms up to the sky. And I want you to imagine you're holding a beach ball between your hands. And let's lengthen the body a little bit more by slowly tipping on a 45. Bend over that right thigh and hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand onto your thigh and press up into warrior 3. Keep your hand on your thigh or take your hands outside your hips and hold. And come back into crescent or high lunge. So we took each one for a hold of 5. Let's take it down to a count of 3. So tip, hold here. 1, 2, 3. Tip forward, lengthen. 1, 2, 3. Hands to thigh, rise up, and either stay here in warrior 3 or open the arms. 1, 2, 3. Back to crescent or high lunge. Lift, tip forward on a 45. Rise up into warrior 3. We're going to do 1 count each. Come back down. Crescent, crescent bow, warrior 3. 2 more times. Crescent, crescent bow, warrior 3. 1 more time. I know your right leg is feeling great. Crescent bow, warrior 3. Come back into crescent or high lunge and move into twisting prayer. Bring the hands to the heart. If you need that left knee down because your right leg is crying, then bring it down. Come into a twist. And then press the right hand into the left and spin the body. Pull this right hip back, left hip forward. Release the hands to the earth. Step into down dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Now some of us may want to pedal out that heel as we take a little pause from all that flowing. But then let's inhale forward to plank, lower to crocodile. Scoop to up dog, hinge back, hold down dog. Making our way into warrior 2, pick that right foot up, bring it towards the hands. Windmill the arms open and find Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. Holding here. Reach those fingertips nice and long. Bend into that knee. Keeping the knee open, aiming towards the toes. Make your way into triangle. Straighten the leg. Big stretch, slowly tip. Rise into reverse warrior. Still bending the knee, pressing it open towards the second and third toe. Then come back into warrior 2. Hold for 3 counts or 3 breaths. Straighten the leg, stretch into triangle. Float into reverse warrior. Hold and take 1, 2, 3. Warrior 1, single count. Trikonasana. Reverse warrior. 3 more times. Warrior 2 is what I meant to say. Triangle. Reverse warrior. Again. Warrior 2. Triangle. If I'm moving too fast, find your own pace. Reverse warrior. One more time. Warrior two. Triangle. Reverse warrior. Now windmill down into a low lunge. Heel toe that foot over. Inhale, hands to heart, back into that twisting prayer. Exhale, bring the elbow across, spin and twist those ribs towards that right thigh. Release into down dog. Take a pause here. Feel free to pedal those heels and either stay in your dog or power vinyasa, whether you're on your knees or toes, forward to plank or kneeling, lower crocodile or half. Scoop up dog or cobra, hinge back, hold down dog. Pick the right foot up for crescent or high lunge. Bring that foot forward, rise up to the sky. Take it into this crescent bow. Rise up to warrior three. Move into warrior two. Take it to triangle. Reverse warrior. Windmill down into a low lunge. Separate the feet. Come up for twisting prayer. Bring that left elbow across. Press and twist. Release the hands. Step into down dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale forward to plank. We're going to take 5 counts to lower to the mat. Ready? On my count. 5. I didn't say anything yet. You should still be there. 4. 3. 2. We're not on the ground yet. 1 and done. Come on down. All right, setting up for locust. If you're pregnant or protecting your back, you should be in table, and you can take spinal balance. If you're not pregnant and you're not protecting your back, but you want to do this anyways, go ahead. Otherwise, lay back, fingertips outside thighs. What I want you to do first is squeeze your glutes and lift your legs. Bring the legs down, squeeze your glutes, press your legs into the mat, lift your chest. Looking forward and down, not pulling with your chin. So chin slightly tucked in. Exhale, lower down. On your next inhale, lift everything off the mat. Here we go. Inhale, rise. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down to the mat. Turn your head to one side. Inhale nice and deep. Open the mouth. Let it out. Bring the hands under the chest. Turn your toes under. Either leave the knees on the mat or lift them up as you press into plank or kneeling. And exhale into down dog. Pick that right foot up off the earth. Crescent or high lunge. Forward into crescent bow. Rise up into warrior 3. Float into warrior 2. Virabhadrasana 2. Tip into triangle. Float into reverse warrior. Windmill down to separate the feet into a lunge. And then inhale, hands to heart for twisting prayer. Exhale, bring the left elbow towards the right. Thigh, that is. Making your way in to twisting half moon. Bring the left hand forward. Rise up into this twist. Release the hand down and float into warrior 1. Bend the knee, send that foot back, rise up. Put the palms together, look up to your thumbs or straight ahead. Bring the hands to the heart, prepping for pyramid, tipping forward, hands to thigh, shin, blocks or the earth. Make your way into twisting triangle. Either leave your left hand where it is as the right hand goes to the hip or the sky. Bend the knee, come back into twisting half moon. Hold 3, 2, 1. Release into warrior 1. Rise up. 3, 2, 1. Straighten the leg, come into pyramid. Fold and hold. 3, 2, 1. Twisting triangle. Now single count. Bend the knee. Twisting half moon. Release into warrior 1. Float into pyramid. Twist into twisting triangle. Bend your knee. Step into down dog. Take a pause. Pedal the heels. And then inhale forward to plank or kneeling. Lower crocodile or half. Scoop up dog or cobra. Hinge back. Hold down dog. Let's put this all together. Float the right foot off the earth. Crescent or high lunge. Crescent bow. Float into warrior 3. Release into warrior 2. Float into triangle, tipping and stretching. Then reverse warrior. Setting up for twisting prayer lunge. Windmill down first. Separate the feet. Hands to heart. Take your twist and rotate those ribs. Twisting half moon. Rise up. Warrior 1. Reach out of the earth like that mighty warrior. Coming into Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. Wherever the hands take you. Float into twisting triangle. But from here, meet me in crescent or high lunge. Around the world, open to warrior 2. Tip into triangle. Rise up and float into goddess or sumo. To the other side of your mat, twist into, tip into triangle. Come into warrior 2. Hold. Heel toe that left foot over. Rotate around into crescent or high lunge. Release into plank and either hold here or lower to crocodile. Lift up dog. Hinge back, down dog. Pick the right leg up. Float it forward. Crescent or high lunge. Rise to the sky. Open into warrior 2. Adjust the feet. Tip into triangle. Rise up into goddess or sumo. To the other side of the mat, tip into triangle. Rise into warrior 2. Heel toe that foot over, pivot into crescent or high lunge. Release into plank or kneeling. Hold here or lower to crocodile. Lift up dog, hinge back, hold down dog. Take a moment, shake the head yes, and no. It's meet straddle fold. Pick your right leg up, bring it forward, and walk your hands towards the center of the mat. Now, if you know you need blocks, grab those blocks. If you know you need blocks for other poses, start to take those blocks to the other side of the mat. As you inhale, rise up to stand tall. I want you to release your hands to your hips and heel toe your feet to the center of the mat. Picking up your left foot, you're anchoring into the right. Cross the ankle over the thigh and come into seated pigeon. Stay here or bring your forearms to your thigh. This is a toe bounce. So for some of you, you are going to release your foot to the mat, bring your hands down and slowly come in to toe bounce. Thighs parallel to the floor. Others, you are going to maintain this seated pigeon and come into toe balance. And maybe you need your hands outside your legs, or you can bring them to the heart. Release and float back up to standing. Reach up nice and tall, and then hands to the heart. We have two legs, so you get to do this on the other side. So anchor into your left leg, pick your right knee up. Seated pigeon. Cross the ankle over the left thigh. Sit the hips back and down. Now, if this doesn't work for you, cross here or come here. If you want to go a little deeper, you're going to come down. If you don't want to do the toe balance, don't do it. Otherwise, unlock the leg and come into your toe squat here. Or others, again, fingertips down, and this may be as far as you go. Others, you're going to keep your hands down on the earth. But notice how I'm rounding forward to do this. I need you to eventually come up tall. Toe balance. Eye gaze makes a difference. Wherever you are at, release and come back up nice and tall. If you need a moment to shake out those legs, catch your breath, get some water, whatever you need to do, we have another flow on the other side. So standing tall at the top of your mat. I just turned around. You do not have to. You can still stay facing in the same direction on your mat where you started. But let's go ahead and stand nice and tall. Take a nice big inhale and let it out. We have crescent or high lunge. Your left leg stays where it's at. Your right leg is going to step back. You can keep your hands down or you can rise up to the sky. Hold that beach ball. Abs are in nice and tight. Keep your knee bent and stacked over your ankle as you come into this crescent or high lunge bow. We're holding for 5. And take your hand onto your thigh to get ready for warrior 3 and start to rise up. Press through both heels, hips and shoulders aiming to the mat. Back into crescent or high lunge. Hold for 3. This bow, tip over that thigh. Pull the left hip in and back. Hands to the thigh if you need to rise up, or hands outside hips. Come back into crescent or high lunge. 1 breath each. Tip forward. Rise up into warrior 3. We're going to take this 3 more times. Crescent or high lunge. This little bow. Watch those hips. Rise up into warrior 3. Is your left leg singing? It may tire out a little bit more because it had worked through your other poses. Tip forward. Rise up. 1 more time. Crescent or high lunge. Take it into that bow. Warrior 3. Come back into crescent or higher, even kneeling. We're going to take twisting prayer. Hands to the heart, right elbow to left thigh. So either your knee is down or you're pushing through both heels as you spin your ribs. Release into plank or step into down dog. Take a pause here. Pedal your heels if you need to. Then give me that vinyasa. Forward to plank or kneeling, lower crocodile or half, scoop up dog or cobra, hinge back, hold down dog. Setting up for warrior 2, bring your left foot off the earth. Left foot forward, right heel down, rise up to warrior 2. So our hips and shoulders are stacked, our knee is opening into the toes. Move into triangle, straighten the leg, stretch, and then tip. Once you're in the pose, here's the count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise into reverse warrior. Bend the knees, stretch, find the pose first, stabilize, and then hold. And 1. Rise into warrior 2, 3 counts. 1, 2, 3. Straighten the legs, stretch into triangle, hold. 1, 2, 3. Come into reverse warrior, find it first, and then hold. 1, 2, 3. Single counts, warrior 2. Straighten and stretch into triangle. Bend and stretch back into reverse warrior. 3 more times. Warrior 2. Trikonasana. Reverse warrior. Virabhadrasana 2. Trikonasana. And reverse warrior. One more time. Warrior two. Triangle. Reverse warrior. Windmill down, set up for twisting prayer. Move the feet apart so they're hip width apart. Inhale, hands to heart. Exhale, twist. Release into plank and take that power vinyasa or hold here. Lower to crocodile, lift up dog, hinge back, hold down dog. Inhale nice and deep. Open, let it out. Now let's put those two flows together. Lift your left foot off the earth. Come into crescent or high lunge. This bow. Press up to warrior three. Warrior two. Triangle. Reverse warrior. Set up for twisting. Windmill down. Heel toe that foot over. Twisting prayer. Inhale, hands to heart. Exhale, twist. Release. Step into down dog. Take a pause. Nice. Now we got to work that back again. Come forward to plank or kneeling. My count of five, not yours, because I know you'd go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nope. Here we go. 5, 4, 3. I stopped at 3. Did you stop? All right. 2 and 1. Come on down. All right. So we lifted our legs the first time. We lifted our upper body. Let's take Shalabhasana locust and then sea animal. So chin or forehead to the mat. Inhale, lift everything up. So locust is here. Remember, if you're pregnant, protecting the back, or just need something different, take spinal balance, okay? All right, for sea animal, legs come together. Fingertips behind ears, and squeeze and lift everything a little higher. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down, turn your head to one side. Inhale, nice and deep. Exhale, let it out. Come back to center. Now, we can do locust, we can do sea animal, or some of you will take bow pose, Dhanurasana. It is not about grabbing your legs, especially if you're compromising your knees or your back. So, let's start with our hands back. Inhale, lift up into locust. Those of you that want sea animal, legs together, fingertips behind the ears. Those of you that want bow, reach for the feet or the ankles. Squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. If you want to flex your feet and hold your ankles, for some of you it's kinder on your knees. 5, and release. Keep your knees bent if you bend your knees, and windshield wiper those legs. We are not done yet. Place your hands under your chest. Either keep your knees down or lift the knees. Press up into plank. Exhale into down dog. We got to finish that flow and keep adding on. So warrior one, pick the left leg up. Sweep the foot forward. Rise up into warrior one. So I want the pinky side of your right foot sealed to the mat as you bend into the knee. And then let's move into pyramid. Straighten the leg, hands come to heart. Hips should be aiming straight ahead as you bow over your thigh. Shin blocks or no blocks. If you look at your feet and your heels are aligned, move that left foot over or the right and wrap your right hip forward, left hip back. Take it into twisting triangle. Hug that hip in and back. Then bend the knee, make your way into twisting half moon, lifting up. And release the hand to the earth. Step back into that crescent or high lunge. And then release your heel into warrior one. Straighten the leg, come into pyramid. Hand to thigh, shin, or frame the foot. From pyramid, make your way into twisting half moon. And then bend the knee, rise up into twisting, from twisting triangle, twisting half moon. Release the hand down and come into that twisting prayer, hands to heart, and bring the elbow across. Come back into warrior one, rising up to the sky. Straighten the leg into pyramid. Twisting triangle. Bend the knee, twisting half moon. And release and come into twisting prayer. Take the hands to the mat, step into down dog. Pause here or take that power vinyasa. So you hold in down dog, we're going to put this all together. Pick that left foot up. Come into crescent or high lunge. Come into your bow. Rise up into warrior three. Float into warrior two. Adjust your feet. Triangle. Reverse warrior. Windmill down to low lunge. Separate the feet, come into twisting prayer. Release into down dog. Take a pause. Then float that left leg up. Make your way into warrior one, rising up. Straighten the leg, come into pyramid. Twisting triangle. And then twisting half moon. Around the world, crescent or high lunge. Open into warrior two. Come into triangle. Rise up into goddess. Other side of the mat. Come into triangle. Warrior two. Heel toe that right foot over. Pivot around into crescent or high lunge. Release into plank and either stay here or lower to crocodile. Lift up dog. Hinge back. Hold down dog. Pick the left foot up. Crescent or high lunge. Around your mat. Open into warrior two. Tip into triangle. Rise up and come into goddess or sumo. To the other side. Triangle. Warrior two. Heel toe that foot over. Pivot around crescent or high lunge. Release into plank and hold or power vinyasa. Lower to crocodile. Lift up dog. Hinge back. Hold down dog. Inhale nice and deep. Open, let it out. Bend your knees, come to the mat. Cross your ankles, walk your hands back. It's just a fancy way to come into seated. Now, if you're like, I don't have any more energy left, take some deep breaths. I know you do. Deep breaths will oxygenate the body. And while you're doing that, grab your blocks. So I haven't forgotten about your elephant trunk pose. And I know some of you were hoping I did. I didn't. So take your blocks outside your hips. Remember in the beginning when I had you lift your leg? Well, we're going to add that back in. So what I want you to do is a hip lift first. Push and lift, come on down. Push and lift, come on down. Do the same thing but hold one leg up in the air, or if you need to stack your foot on top of the other, go right ahead. Otherwise hold. Lift and come down. Lift and come down. Change legs, same thing. Up and down, up and down. Take a pause, shake those hands out. Flick water off your fingertips. Now, we did seated pigeon. You can't see it, but there's a little spider web on you right now. Alright, so tip back, cross the ankle over the thigh and hold here. So if we were in standing, right, we would be anchored onto our right foot. Our hands would be at our heart. Some of you are going to have to stay here, pressing the left knee away from your body. Others, you're going to hold the leg up. And then you're going to rock and roll. and then I'll turn just so I'm facing you. And we can rock and roll. But then what we want to do is see, are we flexible enough to hold the knee behind our shoulder? So shoulder and then the knee. And I'll turn. So that's what I want you to see. Shoulder and then your knee. You got to be able to do that in order to hook the leg over the arm. And for some of us, it's more towards our elbow. And if you're there, I don't want you to push up. I want you to do a leg lift, because we don't want to add any strain to that elbow. But if you're up on this tricep, I want you to hug your knee to your shoulder to your knee. It's very active. All of us are going to lift and hold the extended leg for a count of 5. Lift it up and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down. Now push your bottom off the floor. Keep your heel on the mat. Hold for 5. Lift up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down. Notice I didn't say let your leg relax and drop forward to kiss your knee. That's not what we're trying to do. Push power through both heels. And can you rock and roll? Butt and heel. So lift your butt, lift the heel. Lift the butt, lift the heel. 2 more. Now that may be where you're at right now. Some of you may have been like, whatever, I've been holding. Now what? Stay here. And then come down. Release. Shake it out. Good thing we only have 2 legs, because now you get to do it on the other side. For some of us, it is only a stretch. We are crossing the ankle. Notice if the knee is in, or can you press it out? Activate that outer hip. If you can come here, then can you come here? And then rock and roll. Even if your leg is down here, that's okay. Where can you rock and roll? Then for some of you, it's going to be pulling the knee back. I did not open my hip to do this. I don't want you to do that. Keep your hips aiming straight ahead. It is just the knee, so our hip starts to open a little bit more. If this is where you need to stay in your journey, stay. Otherwise, wrap the leg over the arm. Blocks or no blocks, right? Hold this leg up. Abs are in tight. Belly button is pulling underneath that abdominal of that rib cage. All right, hold the extended leg up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down, push into the heel, lift your butt. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down. If you need a break, take a break or rock and roll. Bottom, heel. Push up, lift up. Push up, lift up. 1 more, push up, lift up. Take any variation, or those of you that are with me on the final lift, we hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, come down. Shake it all out. You did a great job. You may be feeling the after effects of holding in your quads and your arms, but just release. I want you to turn in either direction on your mat and lay all the way back. Time flies when you're having fun. Hug those shins in. If you are thinking you need a different kind of fun, you don't. You just breathe and relax and say, yeah, that was fun. Convince ourselves. Open the knees outside the chest. Those of you that want to take happy baby, take happy baby. You want to hold the hamstrings, the calves, or the ankles, take there. Press your tailbone into the earth. Feel the tips of your femurs go deeper into the hip sockets. Then take your feet and open them hip width as wide as the mat. Roll your knees over to the left. Take your left foot to the outside of the right thigh and help twist a little deeper. Reach the arms up to the sun and stretch them over to the right as you look to the right. Push your right hip towards the left, but draw that right knee down towards the narrow edge of your mat. Come back to center, uncross the legs. Keep them as wide as the mat. Roll your hips, your knees to the left, your right. Pick your right foot up, take it to the outer edge of the thigh, and then use the weight of your leg to kind of pull this leg down. Push your hips, pull the knee, arms reach up, and then take them over to the left. Looking to the left. So actively push your hip and pull that knee down. come back to center. Bring the knees over the hips. Open your arms wide. For those of you that want a full spinal twist, roll your hips and knees over to the left. You can even take your hand on top of that outer thigh, as long as your shoulder stays to the floor. And then you can turn and look to the right hand. Inhale, come back to center. Take it over to the right. Again, you can take your right hand to the left thighs, keeping the twist, and turn and look to that left hand. Shoulders are staying on the floor. Inhale, come back to center. Nice big hug of the legs into the body. And then we release and finish in Shavasana. Let the legs go out, the arms relax. Close the eyes and just take a little melt here. Start to wiggle the fingers and our toes to bring movement into the body. You're welcome to stay here longer. It's your practice. Otherwise, stretch the arms over the head, reach long through fingers and toes. And then slowly draw the legs in to give a nice big hug. As we roll our bodies to one side, we just take a moment here. And whatever it is we do not need for the rest of the day, I want you to take a nice big inhale and let it go. Press into your hands to rise up into an easy seated pose. And let's bring the hands to the heart. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's take the sound of Om before we finish the class. Nice deep inhale. Om. Now smile and finish with Namaste. Have a great day. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you on the mat again. And if you have any questions, just let me know.